Your pathetic rebellion ends here.
What is up, guys? It is me again, Mr. Ladeo, aka Mike OXHUGE, and I'm going to bring you guys a look at Star Wars Battlefront. Now, everybody knows this name. This franchise is one of the most popular franchises in the history of entertainment. Now, of course, when they had to do this game, the developers had to do it big. They had to come out and do as much as they can because the fans, well, okay, let's be honest. You know, the fans are really critical about anything about Star Wars. So they had to come out and make this thing a jaw dropper. But the question is it a jaw dropper? Now, when the theatrical trailer got released, everybody started pooping the pants. I was like, oh my god, it's a Star Wars game. You got the Star Wars movie coming out. You got all the Star Wars figurines. You have the Star Wars Happy Meals, the Star Wars makeup. It's like a revitalization of the franchise, and everybody's like, if they're putting this much effort into it, then the game must be sick. Okay, so the question is the game actually sick though? Is the game as good as everybody wanted it to be? All of the hardcore Star Wars franchise geeks, is it really as good as they really wanted it to be? Now, straight off the bat, visually the game is gorgeous. It's just like any other Xbox One game or PlayStation 4 game that you get. I mean, the graphics is elevated from the previous consoles. It looks nice. The concept around the game is really familiar because it's reminiscent of COD and Battlefield. They have the same game modes like Team Deathmatch and Domination. It's just that the titles of those are different within this game. Another difference with this game is that you have massive maps. They're not like massive, but they're huge. And that's for a reason. That's because these maps support, I believe, up to 40 players per match, 20 per team. And I've always kind of wanted to see that. I want to see a ton of people playing at once, a ton of people having a good time, killing each other. That sounds horrible, I know, but you guys know what I mean. I wanted to see what that would be like. Now, this is when I get kind of critical. Everybody has their own personal opinions. To me, I feel like that many people in a match is kind of sloppy. It's inconsistent. Like I said, I've always wanted to see it. I've never got a chance to see that many people in a match. I've never played a game like that. But when I played it, I was excited because I wanted to kind of get that interaction with all these players. When I did, I was getting killed left and right. Now, maybe this is because I'm not as good as a game as I really want to be. Like, I grow onto games really quick, and I like to believe that I get pretty good at them fairly quick. But with this game, I've never really had that chance to kind of grow because I was always being sniped from behind, or I was being hit by Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber. And I mean, I've just never really had the chance to grow as a player. And consistency isn't the only thing that I believe helps you grow as a player. I believe that the choice of weapons, the way you set up your classes for whatever game mode you're playing, pretty much just your choices and weapons kind of help you feel more comfortable within a game. It helps you kind of grow and play better because you're kind of used to these situations. You're used to the way these guns shoot. And to me, I feel like every weapon is essentially the same. You know, they all shoot out lasers except for you have like the specialty missiles. You have other little handguns. But I mean, they all shoot out lasers. Of course, I mean, they all have their different level specifications. Like some may be more powerful than the others. But like I said, it feels like everyone is the same. Maybe one has a scope. Maybe one doesn't. They all feel the same, and I just can't really get on board with that. And that is one of the main things that really ticks me off about this game. The creators of this game really had no room to grow. They couldn't do anything. They could not flex their creativity. They couldn't do anything. They were bound by this limited contract, I believe, because you have this strong fan base. And that kind of works as a double-edged sword, because while you do have all of these followers, these guys that you know are going to buy the game because it is the Star Wars franchise alone, it kind of restricts you from doing what you really want to do. It just kind of limits you to doing the same thing. And, you know, like I said, that's kind of annoying. But pretty much just the way the game looked, the way it just looked kind of fresh. It looked nice. It looked like another shooter, but with another perspective to it. That's what brought me to this game. That's what made me want to check this game out. I pre-ordered this game. I've only pre-ordered 2 games in my life. This was one of them that I pre-ordered. And I never played it. I just saw it. And I was like, you know what, that looks like it might be kind of fun. And I really don't want to sound like I'm being overly critical of the game. Like I said, the game is, I guess it's fairly fun. It's pretty fun. If you're not like a hardcore Star Wars fan, then you might not get as much satisfaction out of it. I I know some of the guys, they're really hardcore first-person shooter fans, or they're really into that kind of gaming style, and it doesn't matter what game they play, they're gonna like whatever game it is. It could be the crappiest game, they're gonna love it because it's that kind of a game. And they do have a squadron mode where it's pretty much you're just flying around. Everything is aerial. You're in the air the entire time. You can't get out. You can't run around. You can't eject. You can't do any of that. If you die, you die. And pretty much it's one big mission. It's kind of like capture. No, it's not like capture the flag at all. Actually, what am I trying to compare this to? Now it's pretty much like team deathmatch, but you also have to protect these other ships, these carrier ships, these cargo ships that are trying to come across. And I believe you get bonus points for them if they make it across. As you can see at the top, it's like you have to make it to, I believe, 200. And I mean, the goal gets reached pretty quick. But now this game right here, this mode right here is actually fairly easy for me. I actually kind of came in and I was at the top of my class, I think after the second match that I've ever played. So this kind of caught my eye more than anything just because it was more playable for me. Now I'm not really into like the aerial type. I'm not into all that. I love the first person shooter mode, but like I said, I can't really become consistent enough in it to actually enjoy it. But I mean, for the most part, that's the game. I mean, if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, I do recommend it. It's not a bad game. It's just almost like an acquired taste. You have to really love this franchise and really love first person shooter games to really have that appreciation for it. Like I said, I'm not throwing any dirt on it. I'm not saying it's a bad game because I'm not. It's just not my type of game. But yeah, for the most part, that's it. If you like what you saw, like what you heard, go ahead and leave a like and a follow. If you have any new games or anything you want to suggest, you want me to try out, gameplay, review, whatever it is you want, go ahead and leave that in the comment box, and I'll get back to that. I'll check that out as soon as I can. Again, this is your boy Mike, OXHUGE, Mr. Liddell, signing off. Thanks for watching.